Good day to all of you. Today we'll do another story from the syllabus that is prescribed for you, and that is The Doll's House by Catherine Mansfield. Before we begin with the story, let's learn a little bit more about the author, that is Catherine Mansfield. Catherine was born in Wellington, New Zealand. Later, she settled in London and married John Middleton in 1918. But sadly, in the year 1917, she contracted the disease pleurisy and spent the rest of her short life trying to fight the disease. Unfortunately, and much to the disappointment of people, before she died, she destroyed much of her writing or works and left quite a bit of them unfinished. But the stories that finally got published were some of the finest ones in modern English fiction, which means that she was a very talented short story writer. And the power of her stories does not depend upon the outside events or happenings, but they depend upon the very subtle, fine, delicate atmosphere that she tries to portray in her stories. In fact, she was the founder of a very different and distinctive kind of literature in New Zealand. Her style, which she herself had once described as a special kind of prose, possessed almost the same qualities as poetry. So there was so much musicality in her verse. She also used the impressionistic technique of her stories, which came to be regarded, which was why she came to be regarded as a follower of Chekhov. Now, impressionistic style of writing leaves the reader to determine the author's ultimate meaning. So, it is an open ended story, means the audience or the reader, she leaves it to the reader to finally decide what he or she feels. Now, The Doll's House is a very deep and profound revelation of small children's minds and hearts. It focuses upon the curiosity of the children to see the doll's house. Besides that, she focuses how children can be cruel, petty, vain, and proud. And she also depicts in this story the pain and agony of the underprivileged or not so well to do poor children, as well as the compassion that some characters have. So she has focused on the different emotions that the children have in this story.